Hello, I'm Dr. Chuck Stowe. Welcome to our class, Legal Environment of Business, BA 251. In this first part, we're going to cover some key course policies that are outlined in detail in your syllabus. So please take a look at your syllabus. We're going to cover three things in the course. The main thing, of course, is this content matter, which is the legal perspective of making decisions. But we're also, before we get into that, I want to equip you with some learning productivity strategies in time management, reading, note-taking, that I think are going to help you be more efficient and increase your learning productivity as you go through the course. We're going to touch on some career-building skills that I think will be helpful to you, as well as the content of the course, which is the legal environment of business. The strategy that I use is to promote class learning in the format of a business meeting, and that's the way we'll conduct our class. I use a real-world orientation, and I look to emphasize the importance of the material, why it's important, and how it can help you make better decisions. Grading, people want to know about that. Well, I have 3 exams that are 10% each for a total of 30%. A final that is comprehensive that's 30%. And all other work is 40%. So we do a lot of little bite-sized homework type things, exercises if you will, that are graded, that count for 40% of the grade. Attendance is important, it's critical. And again, classroom time is learning time. I don't want people sitting passively going to sleep and whatever, because we're missing out on the opportunity to learn while we're in class. Much more efficient that way. I do tell you that attendance is extremely important. You can miss, I have an automatic system, you can miss 6 classes without penalty. So if you get sick or you have other conflicts, you can miss 6. 7 is fatal. You get an F in the course. First part of the course, I do an oral read your name and you say yes, here, or not here. And you won't be there to say not here. But anyway, then I go to what I call a roll system where you sign in, and I have a written record. Signing for somebody else is fraud, and you'll receive an F in the course and a recommendation for expulsion from the university. We're not here to train better crooks. Okay, key policies. Class time, business meeting rules. That means no hats, no provocative attire, and I know this sounds weird, but no pajamas. We're a business school. The other thing is, we're not operating a movie theater. So there's no revolving doors. You don't come in and go out and take a break and leave and come and go. It's distracting and rude. You would not do that in a business. I will talk about food and business in class. And I will share with you that we are going to practice what's done in real business meetings, where you're expected to take notes. No note-taking is rude and it's simply unprofessional. Sleeping also sets me off. In the real world of the military, sleeping is a court-martial offense. In the business world, it's going to get you fired. We want to practice our conduct in a business format form. So no, sleeping is not tolerated in class. And don't come in and put your head on the table. Okay? Quiz issues. Now, my subject matter expertise is in the content. We are very fortunate at Lander to have an excellent ITS department. What I've found is that, and talking to them, the major reason for problems on the computer is that your system's outdated or you've got a virus. Now, Office Max and others charge $50 for this. Lander does it for you for free. Take your laptop, go to ITS, Basement Library. They'll scan your computer for viruses. They'll look at your software and make sure that it's compatible with Blackboard. As a policy, I do not reopen individual quizzes, no matter what the excuse. Once a quiz is over, it's over. You get frozen out, I accommodate you by automatically dropping the lowest quizzes. So if you have a freeze out, you've waited too long to go to ITS, go ahead and get your computer checked out. Please, it'll save you time and hassle, and our system here is extremely reliable. The other thing you're going to need is a textbook, and I'm very strict about this. In 2 weeks, you will be expected to bring your book to the class, and I want to see that book. Now, you can borrow one from someone if that's fine. You can rent one. I've picked for you and made a deal with a publisher to get a discounted a loose leaf, 3-hole punch version, so that you only have to bring what we're actually working on, and you don't have to lug a heavy textbook. Now again, expect you to be alert in class. We're going to have some conversation, lecture, and in-class activities. This course is tough because we cover, it's not a continuation like English or math of other courses you've had in high school. This whole topic has lots of new terms and definitions. It's not a repeat of past courses. So I'm going to give you lots of examples or stories of law so that you can learn how this stuff is actually applied in the real world. Computing grades, I'll take time for this in class to go over this, but here's an outline of how you compute grades, because again, it is not a question of taking the total points divided into the numerator, because it is a weighted average. The final's worth 30, the 3 exams are worth 30, and all the other homework and quizzes and all is worth a total of 40%. I also want to tell you how much I enjoy meeting each of you and being of assistance. Not only do I have office hours, but I offer you the opportunity to make an appointment with me at any time that we mutually can meet. I also invite you to please direct your email to the Blackboard account rather than the general email. I do check both, but I give priority to students who send me email through the Blackboard system, because there I know which class you're in and I can get back to you quicker. I invite you to consider this, to bring concerns. If there are any concerns you have about the course or grading or something I said in class, I certainly don't mean to intend to offend anyone. Bring your concerns directly to me. Same thing with your other professors. Don't go running to the dean or the chair or whatever to play school kid. You know, you're adults. You got a problem? Come tell me about it. And 99% of the time, we'll work it out. And I'll tell you what, if not, and we're still in disagreement, I'll make the appointment for you with the department director, the school director, and you can talk to her. No problem. But let's be professional, because in the real world, if you jump over your boss or supervisor, you have no legal protection. Federal law is this way. Even in sexual harassment situations, you don't get protection unless you have confronted the person. Again, I want to emphasize, we want to practice real business world skills at Lander so that you're prepared for the real world. So bring any concerns, not just to me, to any of your faculty. You got a problem, there's something that bothers you or something that said you took offense to or whatever, go to the professor. Cool down, go to the professor, and I can almost guarantee you'll have a satisfactory result. My personal goal is to give you the best course you've had. Now, I do have to be honest. There is some controversial content in this course. I do have to offer you both sides, multiple sides of any issue. because it's part of the legal thinking process. The process of making good decisions is being able to see things from different sides. We're going to deal with issues of race and religion and sex because it's part of the course. It's in the textbook. We deal with discrimination, with resolving conflicts, with workplace violence, with bad behavior. We'll even do an assignment called Catch a Crook. I think you'll enjoy it. But there is controversial content. This course is level loaded. I try to do things in small bite-sized pieces. The emphasis is on so what instead of pure memorization. In other words, I want you to learn why something's important so that you'll better understand how to apply that legal principle. Your binder is your study guide. I'm often asked for, can I have a study guide? No, the textbook is written to guide you. And because I have written the questions, I keep my lectures really tight, on focus, on point, so that you should be well prepared. Thank you on behalf of the governor and the state of South Carolina for choosing Lander University and selecting this course. Please watch part 2 on the learning strategies. Thank you.